The race for the presidential election is in its final days of campaigning, days ahead of the final vote. In the Eurozone's second biggest economy, far-right candidate Marine Le Pen is trying to present a more moderate face to voters. Le Pen is somewhat pivoting from her usual topics of immigration and Islam. Her party is seen playing down the hijab ban proposal, saying it is not her priority in the fight against extremism. Le Pen has previously said that the hijab could not be viewed as a sign of a person's religious belief, but was an Islamist uniform that needed to be banned from French public spaces. Ahead of a high-stakes televised debate, the far-right core of Le Pen's program has come under closer scrutiny. One of the Le Pen's allies has been reported saying that a planned hijab ban would come little by little and be determined by lawmakers. That is if presidential candidate Marine Le Pen is elected. The statement that comes less than a week ahead of the final presidential vote marks a shift in the far-right ideology's tone. Now, far-right French politician Louis Alliot, who is also former life companion of Le Pen, said in an interview that the hijab ban is one of several political tools to fight Islamism. He also added that the ban needs to be implemented progressively and before being widened. The ban should target state-run services first. However, a choice will be made only after a debate in Parliament. Another Le Pen ally, David Ratline, also appeared to soften his stance by saying that all those women wearing a hijab are not Islamists. In Europe, France has one of the largest Muslim population, and issues linked to France's Muslim population have become a hot-button topic in the country that has seen a series of deadly extremist attacks. Marine Le Pen has in recent years moved to soften her image. She has attempted to shift her focus from identity issues towards purchasing power. But she has not shared far-right policies. However, Le Pen has acknowledged that hijab ban in France is a complex issue, adding that Parliament would have its say on the decision. Principal polls still show Macron as the likely winner, but Marine Le Pen has never been closer to the Elysée. However, her rising opinion polls appear to stagnate after the first round, as incumbent President Emmanuel Macron stepped up his campaign. An Ipsos poll shows Macron hitting 56%, which is up 0.5% from the day before, and 3% up from the first round, while Le Pen is predicted scoring 44% of the votes. Well, for more on this, our correspondent Ross Cullen is joining us live from Paris. Ross Cullen, good to see you. So much anticipation ahead of the presidential TV debate. What's on the mind of French voters at this point?
Yeah, well, the main issues for French voters going into the election have been purchasing power and the cost of living crisis, followed by the ongoing uncertainty related to the war in Ukraine, and then after that the third and fourth most important issues to French voters, according to the topic surveys, are the environment and healthcare. So they will be looking particularly to the answers of both candidates for those four categories when they are discussed in the debate, which is the only televised debate that's going to be taking place between Marine Le Pen and Emmanuel Macron in this two-week campaign period between the first and the second round, taking place at 9 p.m. local time on Wednesday. Marine Le Pen had a pretty disastrous appearance in the 2017 Le Pen-Macron TV debates. She really floundered throughout the debate on several topics, and also came across as particularly aggressive towards Emmanuel Macron. No doubt this time around she and her team have said they have learnt their lessons. They are not watching clips back of the 2017 debate. They are focused on going forward and presenting a much more moderate and agreeable image to the French people, taking on Emmanuel Macron. And really, both teams are spending today, Tuesday, deep within their campaign teams, focusing, revising, practicing, getting ready for the debate, because it can really make or break a campaign.
Ross, according to the opinion polls, far-right candidate Marine Le Pen is trailing, and she's getting a lot of flack on her stance on the hijab and Islam. Is her team counting on the debate to woo more support for her, or simply will the debate probably be in her favor?
She's going to try to moderate her image, particularly on issues such as the EU. We've heard in the past she's called for France to leave the EU. She now says that's no longer her aim. She called for France to leave the euro and restarts having the French franc as the national currency. She's also disassociated herself from that policy. And now, when it comes to her views on immigration, nationalism and religion, she seems to be softening her stance on wanting to ban the hijab in public spaces. So that we've heard from she's the leader of the National Rally Party, and National Rally mayor from southern France did say also, we do not want to attack people, not all women who wear the hijab are Islamists. And so she is going to see if she can bring in this ban little by little. It's not something that she wants to have a sweeping policy on day one. She knows there'll need to be parliamentary debates with MPs, and she does seem to be understanding that this is going to be a policy that she will probably need to moderate and alter if she is, hopefully, in her words, going to be able to enforce this ban if she were to become president.
Live from Paris, I've been talking to our correspondent, Ross Cullen. Thank you very much for your inputs today. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.